How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to Joe Looks and welcome to this series on my channel that I do called First Time Buying. This is going to be all about my first time buying into these big high fashion companies, the first time I've owned something from those guys, and whether or not they live up to the expectations that I've built up in my head. Before we start this video, let's just take a look at what it is that I've bought. So there you have it, guys. I bought this Yeezy Season 3 oversized camo t-shirt. Now don't get me wrong, I've been wearing Pablo merch for the longest, pretty much since like day one. But this is actually the first time I bought something from Yeezy Clothing as opposed to Pablo merch. And don't get me wrong, I'm not looking to I'm not going to judge the entire Yeezy Clothing just off this first time buying. But a lot of the time when you buy into these high fashion companies and you buy into like Off-White, Fear of God, Yeezy Clothing, a lot of the time you have this like preconceived image because they're so expensive and so many people wear them that they're going to be phenomenal, and sometimes you might be let down. So that's what I'm talking about here. I'm not judging the entire clothing line off of this, I'm just talking as to whether or not I was let down. And as far as this Yeezy camo top goes and my first impressions on Yeezy Clothing, I have not been let down so far. The camo itself actually looks much nicer than it does in pictures. I don't know how it's looking to you guys on camera now, but in person this is like pretty much unlike any other camo I've seen. The material on it, it says it's 100% cotton, but then I've got other things that are 100% cotton as well that don't feel like this, but I don't know anything about materials or anything like that. I just know that this is really soft, really comfortable to wear. It's really breathable as well. The drop shoulder feature, normally when I wear drop shoulder t-shirts, I'm not gonna lie, it feels a little bit uncomfortable on my arm. As much as I love them, I'm not really that massive of a fan wearing them. I usually wear them with a t-shirt underneath just to try and take the edge off. But with this, the drop shouldered on this and the long sleeves going right the way down to the elbow, it just feels natural. I'm not uncomfortable in any way really. One problem I did have with this was the sizing. So I actually bought this in a medium at first off of N Clothing, but then I had to send it back because medium's what I usually wear, which was the real confusion for me. And I was like tossing and turning, should I actually send it back? But it was just so baggy on me. It was like a poncho, I looked like a cowboy. It was just really wide. But then I sent it back and I got a size small, and this feels like what the medium should have felt like. So that's something you guys should bear in mind. If let me know if anybody else has experienced that. But buying Yeezy Clothing so far, the sizing seems a little bit off, which would make sense because the Yeezys actually fit in a different size than you normally do anyway, so that would kind of make sense. But regardless, let me know in the comments if anybody else has experienced that, or just keep that in mind if you're going to buy any Yeezy Clothing after this video. Now talking about the price, so this was £150 off of N Clothing. And now this is the thing, the way that you react to that really depends on you as a viewer, because anybody that's in this sort of hypebeast world and this high fashion world like me, 150 quid for Yeezy Clothing is pretty decent. But to anybody else, 150 quid just on a camo t-shirt is ridiculous. So I get that, so that's for you to decide. But for me, 150 quid for this was, for actual Yeezy Clothing, I had no problem with that. I thought that was a steal. Right, so now the important question of, is it actually worth £150? Well, I look at it like this. I'm comfortable in it, it's really comfortable to wear. I'm confident in it because it's actual Yeezy Clothing. Oh, and it actually looks nice as well. That's not the vanity of me coming through. And it fits my style. So that's everything that I really look for when it is that I'm gonna buy clothing. And like I said, this is like actual Yeezy Clothing. If you go on like Selfridges or you even go on Yeezy Supply and you look at the price that some of this stuff is going for, a nice top that is actually Yeezy Clothing for 150 quid, to me is absolutely worth it. So yeah, I look forward to actually getting more Yeezy Clothing pieces in the future because this has sold me, Yeezy Clothing is actually worth the money to me. So there you have it, guys. That was episode 2 of Is It Worth It? The first episode was Off-White, this episode was Yeezy Clothing. Don't know what the next episode's going to be, but subscribe to make sure that you can see that. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, feel free to give it a like rating and subscribe if you're new. Subscribing is a really big help to me. I'll see you Friday for another video because I'm trying to get 2 uploads out a week at the minute, Fridays and Wednesdays, so I'll see you then. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, enjoy the rest of your day. Now if we're talking that this gigs better pop up in your thoughts as like this. Jeez!